Hello Taurus, how are you? Welcome to your July 2016 love and general readings. I'm just about ready to go ahead and get started. Let me shuffle a couple more times for your love reading for July 2016. Taurus love reading for July 2016. Okay, here we go. Taurus. Okay, well, first things first, because I pulled out this card and as I was dealing with it, I was incredibly fixated on that card. Very positive energy happening now. There might be, okay, a really good flow happening in your life, in your relationships, right? If you're single, I feel like there's a connection, okay? Or there might be a connection. There might be someone coming in new, maybe not. If you're totally single, I feel like you're just kind of on point, okay? And you are connecting well with people in general. Like you're a very attractive energy right now, even if you're not ready to move into a relationship. And you have like a lot of really good things going for you. Okay, now if you're in a relationship, like I said, the flow is is going very well for you. You are communicating and articulating effectively. Your partner is doing the same. And I feel like you're just kind of on the same page. Now, there may have been I feel like last month, I don't remember your reading exactly, I don't review, but I feel like there was an element of stubbornness, if I remember correctly, and if I don't, disregard. But there might still be a little bit of remnants with that. Now, there might be, like I said, for some of you singles, there might be someone coming in new, and that person may, in fact, be a little bit slow, a little bit hesitant. They might be a little bit difficult to understand, kind of, you know, like they might be a little bit difficult to read. It's kind of like, well, we've been dating for 3 months and I have absolutely no idea how he feels about me, but he keeps calling me, so he must like me, right? You know, like, I know that's a really petty example, but that kind of energy, they might be a little bit difficult to read. They might be really slow moving. They might not be so eager and like obsessive, you know, like I want to be with you every single day, all the time. You know, they need their space, you need your space, and there's kind of like a mutual respect there. If you're in a relationship though, okay, it kind of speaks differently. If you are in a relationship though, that might actually be more indicative of you. Like you're just kind of going with the flow. You're just, you know, you're not jumping into anything. You're not making any promises or anything like that. And this energy can actually be you, Taurus, a little slow moving, a little bit difficult to read. So I kind of feeling like it could go both ways depending on your relationship status, which doesn't happen to me very often, but in this case, that's just what I'm feeling inspired to say. So anyway, okay, so that's kind of the Knight of Pentacles. And I'm kind of seeing, you know, even with the element of the Page of Cups, which I'll get to in a moment, there is a lot of fluidity. We do have, you know, elements of water here as well. So, like I said, just sort of letting things unfold in a more natural way, being very open, honest, being very articulate, and being able to express yourself clearly, your partner being able to express themselves clearly. Now, contradictory to that, if you are, like I said, single and this person could be maybe a little difficult to read, actions speak louder than words in this instance. And if they keep calling, if this is someone that is showing an interest in you. It's just maybe not quite the way that you are used to, maybe. Like I said, it's not going to be that obsessive, be with you all the time. And that's actually a sign of a more mature, emotionally mature person. Okay, and I feel like this is a very positive situation for you. Now, this Six of Cups may indicate that this person is someone from your past, or you may be sort of reliving something from your past. You may be reminiscing a little bit from your past. I feel like there are like tingly, happy, good feelings here, but they're just not... Duncan. Oh, sorry. I have my grocery bags on the floor when I come home, and they always end up playing with them. They make noise. But okay, so the Six of Cups, kind of like the positive change and the positive feelings and the nostalgia and the tingly, warm feelings. You know, even though this person may be difficult to read or a little bit confusing, I feel like there is a sense of security there, and it does make you feel at peace. Now, the presence of the Death card tells me that something is ending. What's interesting is you kind of have something, I feel like something new or something blossoming. If you are in a relationship, there could be, something ending in terms of a cycle, right? If there was a stubborn streak happening, that could be coming to an end. I'm going to come back to this because I want to kind of just tie it in with the rest of the cards, because the Chariot reverse, for me, the Chariot is a card of many, many meanings. It can be played in so many different ways. In reverse, I feel like there is some form of getting yourself together, okay? And this ties into that element of maturity. Like, you're not running, your life isn't being run by emotions. And again, that kind of has that sense of security there. Like, you're feeling safe in some way. You're feeling free and safe at the same time, and your heart and your head are kind of matching. You're not feeling torn, you're not feeling confused. Okay, if there was a period of confusion, a period of lack of motion, of lack of romance even, I feel like that is kind of what is coming to an end. And this person, okay, your partner or someone new, or even you yourself, they do provide a stable environment, a stable emotional environment. And those butterflies, that chemistry that we feel sometimes is just chemistry, and that's it, right? It's not founded on anything. But this type of relationship, like I said, can be very, very positive. I think you feel good about the situation. You feel good about yourself. You feel good about your partner. And there's no, it's like smooth sailing, like not a cloud in sight, right? There's no waves. There's no darkness ahead. There's no storms. It's just smooth. It's very easy. And I think that in and of itself, I don't know why, but I'm totally being reminded of a Sex and the City episode with Carrie and Aiden. If you like that show, it's like how she freaks out because nothing's wrong, right? And I kind of am getting the sense that that's sort of what's happening, because you're feeling secure and you're feeling safe, and like maybe the that phase of knots in your stomach, that phase of fear, that phase of like feeling scared is coming to an end, and you are approaching something. I mean, your guard is coming down, you're letting go of ideas, you're allowing things to flow, you're talking. Might make you feel like you're dropping the ball a little bit, like something's not right, okay, like the seas are stormy, but in reality, I really don't think they are. This person might not be the most romantic person. Again, it could be you. Maybe you aren't feeling entirely compelled to be romantic toward your partner. It can really go both ways. And, you know, sometimes it's like that lack of romance, right? The more of the friendship level and connecting on a more compatible level and more in terms of life purpose, connecting because you have things in common and you have fun and you laugh together, right? Like it's more about that than it is about amazing, crazy sex and chemicals flying everywhere, right? And that in and of itself is the safety. You are letting down your guard. They too, I feel, are letting down their guard. This is like slowly but surely things are progressing. And the days gone by, the days of whatever, are coming to a close. And if anything is bothering you, okay, I see those things being let go. Okay, the things that you felt like you needed to protect, the things that you felt like you needed to guard and keep people out of, those walls are crumbling down. Like I said, if you're like single, I feel like there is someone that is going to come in and affect your life. And the ideals and the ideas of what you thought love should be, you're letting go, because everything that you thought never worked out, right? Especially if you're single, everything that you thought, thought what love was supposed to be, it didn't. It wasn't. Okay, and I think your idea of what love is changing. It is transforming. And I think that can be a little bit scary, but with this card, always when I pull it, it doesn't matter right side up or upside down. To me, it's more about the infinity sign, okay, that infinite connection that one feels with two entities, two separate entities, which we have here. And we have the twos connected by communication, Mercury, connected by something concrete, something real, something not abstract. Okay, it's something real. Well, let me just pull out more cards. Okay, yeah, I mean, the thing with this is that it might feel a little bit mundane. That was the only thing that, it's just so easy and things just start to work and you're both just on the same page, right? And it just makes sense, okay? Like, I feel like there's just nothing really working against you. So it might just feel a little lackluster because we're so used to finding what's wrong and figuring out what the flaws are and being, worried about the red flags and the warning signs and all this. And I don't see any of that. slowly but surely, I feel like you're going to start committing to something. It might not be, you know, in July, and I feel like this will be a very slow developing relationship, especially if this is someone that, you know, is reconnecting from the past in some way. I don't think it's someone you've had a relationship with. So I don't think it's an ex. I mean, it could be, but I don't think so. I think it is someone new, but yet that you're aware of, you know who they are. And again, like I said, slowly but surely, okay, these, it's great that you're letting things go and you're letting your guards down, but that in and of itself is a process. You know, it's not like the 9 and 10 of Swords, but it is still a process to let go and to find the flow, okay? And I feel like there's, I mean, I love the Ace of Swords because it's such a mental victory, right? And like, this, I feel, is a realization for you that love can be different, okay? Love can be different. Relationships can change. Your long-term relationship, I feel, you know, it's our whole life is cycles, right? This is a July reading. I'm saying easy. I'm not saying easy for the rest of your life. But I think you are entering a period where things just start to move forward. There might be something planetary happening with that. You know, I know Mars has been in retrograde, I think. So, you know, maybe Mars coming out of retrograde, going direct or whatever. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but maybe that has something to do with it as well. So there's just going to be a nice flow. It's like opening the floodgates and everything just comes moving forward. So a mental victory, like a new understanding of what love can be, but again, maybe a little bit lackluster, not so shiny, not so exciting. This is not a Knight of Wands, right? It's a Knight of Pentacles. He's slower, a little bit more boring, okay, a little bit more standstill, a little bit more easygoing, maybe not so high strung. And I think that is kind of where this Ace of Wands is coming from. I wouldn't expect grandeur and new adventures and a whole bunch of like new beginnings and all of this, you know. It's a slow moving month for you, but in a really positive, really easy way, okay? So really a good reading. I'm super happy for that. Not all the readings have been so positive. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm not going to accept those because I'm just not shuffling yet. Okay, so now we're going to move into a general reading for you, Taurus, focusing in other areas of your life. Sorry, hold on. Bunch out. Interesting, it's in the same spot, but this time right side up. Okay, I have little characters going on here. Make sure, I don't know if you can see all this. Okay, a lot of little characters. I mean, Page of Wands again. I feel like this month, okay, there might be some opportunity coming in, represented here by the Ace of Pentacles. Opportunity can mean in any area. A lot of times it's associated with the financial area or the career area, promotions, new clients, a little bit of an influx, or like I say, an opportunity to create more income coming your way. Doesn't necessarily mean the money in your account yet, but that opportunity in order to grow something. And I feel like there is a little bit of a new endeavor for you. Okay, I'm not seeing, like I said in that last reading, like this huge new cycle, new beginnings, all these grandiose things happening. No, very subtle month for you. Very subtle and yet a little bit of adventure going on here. The world, like I said, upside down. The cycle isn't completed. Whatever area this is going to speak to you in, and I haven't really gone too much in detail, but whatever area, I think is going to, everything's going to remain the same, going to remain as is to a certain extent, and nothing is going to be changing substantially anytime soon. However, that being said, there is something on the horizon for you, because it is the world after all. It is the last card. Just because it hasn't fully completed its revolution doesn't mean you don't have that energy about you. So you might be sort of preparing, whether mentally or emotionally, for maybe something new, a new career, a new location, a new job, project, new volunteer opportunity, learning something new, developing new skills, whatever have you, okay? There's positivity in this month in terms of conflict. Positivity meaning conflict is leaving. Conflict is dissipating, things are getting worked out. You are no longer expending energy on things that pull you down, things that drag you down. You're just going to be moving on. It's like an onward and upward, right? Chin held high, looking forward toward the horizon, embarking upon something exciting, something that you find passionate about, you're passionate about, something that you just genuinely enjoy doing, and not something that, you're feeling forced to or feeling obligated to. Now, there is an element of people, okay, it might be somewhat of a social month for you, or this opportunity may come to you through your social group, your peer group, going out for drinks, hanging out, doing charity events, going to the ballet or a concert or the club or whatever, right? So there's something in terms of, and it's even a 3, right? 3 is bringing in new life, breathing new life into areas that are maybe somewhat deflated, and feeling a little bit of an uptick in the energy flow, right? Things just kind of getting a little bit better. You're having a little bit more fun. You are enjoying yourself. You're enjoying others maybe a little bit more than normal. You're kind of in a very festive mood, so to speak. But yet we have this Knight of Wands. Now, the wand energy, okay, I think has shown up in almost every single reading. There's something very fire-like happening in this month, okay? July, I have no idea why, but, there are people around you, might not be you or, your partner or your boss or something like that, but people around you in general are going to be taking on this quality, okay, this enthusiasm and this very light-hearted approach to life, more about having fun, like work hard, play hard, maybe a little bit more on the play hard side, okay, because we have the social element here. And be careful with this energy, whether you take it on yourself or whether there's someone in your life around you, because this energy in reverse can also be very flaky, okay, and it doesn't follow through on obligations. They are super fun to hang out with, but that's pretty much it, right? You cannot rely on them to get things done. You cannot rely on them to, keep their promises. They are likely to disappear or to leave you behind. Okay, be cognizant of that. And I don't feel like this is you. Okay, I really don't. It could be, but I don't. The only reason is just because I feel like this might be a person that is conflict related, right? So you might be moving on from something, you might be moving on from someone, okay? They might also be connected to this new opportunity. I wouldn't involve them in the opportunity, okay? If they introduce you to someone or if they have a business idea of some sort, they are not going to be around for the long haul. So if they inspire you in some way, they give you a creative idea or a new little invention or something like that, and then they just say it and it inspires you to do something, to take some action of some sort, just be a little bit on point, be a little bit cognizant of who they are. Don't just invite them into what you have going on. Okay, there might be I feel like this might be something that you are trying to get away from. Okay, it could be a really needy friend, someone that's a little bit clingy, clingy when they need you and then disappears when they don't, right? So they just use you a little bit too much. Don't allow yourself to be used. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. I do feel like this might be someone that you actually do care about, someone that is in your life, that's in your periphery, in your circle. And maybe, okay, Queen reversed, I feel like this might be more you, okay, with even, I know you're Taurus, but the water element here for some reason is really speaking to me that it's you, with that more flow-like energy that I discussed in the last reading. Okay, this is someone that might try to take advantage of you because they might see some form of weakness in you, okay? Like maybe this is someone that you have had or are having a difficult time getting away from, and they are charismatic, they are fun, you do love them, so to leave them behind might be a little bit of a challenge. To leave them behind and to embark upon something independently, without them, could be emotionally frustrating. It could leave you feeling sad. It could leave you feeling a little bit broken. I don't think this is someone that you specifically want to leave behind, but I think that they are tied to some conflict. Someone maybe that you're not compatible with in a, either platonic or romantic way. Okay? Hope that made sense. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, this person being tied to lack of foundations, okay? Not being able to rely upon someone, not being able to grasp them, to hold on to them, to get them to commit, very anti-committal and very unreliable. Now, I feel like this sword here, also swords have been prominent as well, fire and air, very present this month. And I don't think that's a person. I think that is a recommendation for you to run away fast. to run away fast. And don't allow yourself to look back, okay? Almost a recommendation to be haphazard. Recognize the warning signs, recognize the guards, all right? Now, I'm really not seeing this in a romantic way, but it might speak to some of you, but it's very opposite from that last reading that I did. So I don't think this is speaking to you. I really think this is more of a friend or a coworker or someone that, you know, you're relying upon, or that gave you an idea for something. But the message of the story here is take the idea and run. Okay, take the idea and run away, and you will be successful with it. Do not feel obligated to this person. Do not feel, do not incorporate them in any real way for your plans for the future, because they won't be there, they won't be present, they won't bring anything quality to the table, despite how enthusiastic they might seem. It's a temporary glitch, okay? That enthusiasm will dissipate very, very quickly. So take the idea and run. Make it your own, own it, don't feel obligated, and don't feel guilty for moving on, okay? This is your life, it is your decision, there are things that you need. Don't allow someone to hold you back, okay? So that is it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. And that's it. I will see you next month in August.